HELIOS Tarot Forecast for the month of July, year 2017. I'm B.R. Newman, and this will actually be drawn specifically for your astrological zodiac sign, so pay close attention. And also check out Botticelli's Starry Teller Forecasts through the link below. If you want to see the astrological side of things, it's fascinating how it all lines up so beautifully each time. And also check out my website, IamHelios.com. Consider all that I offer there, personal readings, courses, etc. Alright, other than that, let's just get right to it. Alright, Virgo, here is your 5-card tarot spread. And this is sort of inspired by the Golden Dawn spread. It's compressed, miniaturized, consisting only of 5 cards, but carrying similar themes. You have a central theme and 2-dimensional timeline options, a past section, and a fate section. In your central theme, you have a major arcana card, the universe. So you have themes of completion, wholeness, all things coming around full circle. There is something that has come to a close in your life, something that has grown to its full potential. And now, you have to figure out what to do with it. Why has it grown? What is it for? What's its purpose? Okay, so look to your life to figure out what has come to some kind of close. Something has ended. Something is about ready to begin. That's what that implies. So, what is about to begin? Let's figure out your 2-dimensional timeline options so you can actually decide what is about to begin. On the one hand, you have the Tower. Now, the Tower is another major arcana card outlining a very significant point in your life, at which point something, perhaps the universe, perhaps that which is most adequately embodied by this central theme, comes to its fullest potential and then collapses under its own weight. This card carries with it a strong implication that some kind of false devotion has been placed, some kind of false devotion has been set in motion to build something that in itself may not be perfectly in line with who you truly are or what you truly want. And so the universe then does you a favor and topples that tower. You survive it, of course. You go all the way to the bottom and then figure out, once you reach your foundation again, what exactly you can do better next time. So the experience of toppling the tower and falling from a high place doesn't have to be difficult so long as you accept and embrace this opportunity, because you had the experience of building it. In that there was some value. You did learn something and you've become stronger from your losses. Well, this situation will in itself be just another one of those losses, but you can gain so much more from it now than you ever have before, quite possibly, because you're going to do so consciously. On the other hand, you have the Disappointment card, the 5 of Cups. This is the path upon which, very likely, you do not embrace the toppling of the tower. Something is going to come to a close, to a completion, and then fall away, as is natural, as is necessary. So, the 5 of Cups is associated with Scorpio, which is in turn automatically associated with Pluto, which embodies the death and rebirth process. So something falling away, so something new can be born. Well, through the 5 of Cups, perhaps you only take it as far as the resistance to the whole process, and thus giving rise to the experience of disappointment, wishing that it were some other way. All the 5s in the tarot spread, or in the tarot deck, all correspond with Spirit 5 on the Tree of Life, Gebura, which is strength, or judgment, or boundaries, and the foundation of stringency, very often uncomfortable. So Gebura, as manifest through water, or through cups, is the experience of a seemingly hopeless dilemma, leaving all of your reserves exhausted, leaving you not knowing what to do, or without any motivation to do much of anything, even if you did know what to do. The experience of disappointment is an intense one, very intense, again, associated with Scorpio, intensely feeling. But this card is also associated with Mars, so there is some action element to this. There is something that you can do with it. This can motivate some kind of decision. So even though you may pass up certain opportunities that would otherwise be associated with the tower on the other side, there is still something that you can do with it, and you still did go through the experience of getting to this point. You can still summon more and more lessons upon reflecting on all that you have already gone through. As you keep digging through the experiences you've been through, you can summon and derive more and more wisdom and insight. So nothing is lost there. Let's consider what this is all inspired by. The 10 of Discs. So, one would think, upon looking at this, considering the fact that discs sort of embody wealth or material wealth, that 10 being the final culmination of all that would be an entirely positive card. Let's consider what it's associated with. It's associated with Malkuth, or the kingdom, the full, complete actualization of the elemental potential or the primordial essence of whatever suit it is. In this case, being discs, this is Earth. So Malkuth, as manifest through Earth, is inner and outer wealth and sort of infinite resources, but total security and the heaviness that goes along with that. So this sort of It can be likened to the paradigm in which we have to surrender our freedom for the sake of security. So the wealth actually at this point in the 10 gains some kind of power over us. We fear the loss of our resources and will do anything to keep them. We fear the loss of our security and will sacrifice our freedom to maintain it. So this is dangerous territory, and you know it. You've walked your path with this. You're done. You're ready to transcend this. In the universe here, you know that stage in your life is over. So now, what are you to do with it? Are you to topple it willingly? That's essentially what you're doing. You may experience the passing of time in your experience with this as the universe taking something away, or circumstances seemingly aligned in favor of leaving you blind and empty, or the dissolution of establishments that previously had earned and maintained your allegiance and your loyalty. None of which is real. None of which is actually true to who you are right now. That's old news. That's an old response to an old you, to an old signal you broadcasted at one point in your past. So that's all done. Time to move on. What are you moving on into? The Lovers is in your fate section. So the Lovers is about the fusion of opposites. This is often likened to the alchemical process through which gold is created from lead. Very powerful card, very significant card. Numerously rich and transcendently positive implications often come with this card, so long as you embrace the opportunities. Like I said, you always have the option of stepping back and letting them all pass you by. However, with a card like this in your fate section, with a card like the universe in your central theme, and with a card like the Tower in one of your dimensional timeline options, leaving you only with disappointment, the paradigm in which you don't show up for the opportunities, you're very likely to actually embrace the opportunities presented. Each of these major arcana cards carry a lot of gravity. The Tower card is going to want to pull you over to that dimensional timeline option. The Lovers card is going to want to draw you forward faster and faster into its embrace. The gravity is great there. Good things are coming. It might be challenging, as it always is, moving from one stage to another. But if I were to offer any simple and tangible advice, I would say let the old you crumble away. As some significant facet of your life has come to a completion, so now is some new self, some new you, just beneath this old layer of skin, waiting and begging to be set free, to breathe and thrive under the light of the sun. So go ahead, freely let old patterns fall away. Distance yourself from old associations that are no longer necessary or productive in any way. Live without fear, because there are miracles in your future, and the balance that you seek, and the new beginning that you crave is just around the corner. And that about wraps us up, so thank you so much for listening and for watching. Don't forget to check out my website, IamHelios.com, and consider all that I have to offer there, especially if you want to take this so much deeper than we have here. Thank you.